Hey y'all. Today's lesson is finding the distance between ordered pairs, finding the distance between points, round to nearest tenth. We are going to use the Pythagorean Theorem, and our whole key today is draw a right triangle. When you have a distance between 2 points and it's a diagonal line, we're talking about diagonal lines that cut through squares, then you can draw a right triangle and use the distances as the Pythagorean theorem. So we're going to go through a few examples. Notice on example 1 we have our 2 points, and we can't just count because it doesn't go through like vertically through the line or horizontally through the line. So we are going to make a right triangle using the diagonals to be our hypotenuse. So here's our right angle. We know that if it's across in the right angle, it is our C. To find the legs, we just need to count. And this is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is 5. Those are our legs. So we can come over here and we can say 4 squared plus 5 squared is going to equal C squared. 4 squared is 16 plus 25. Together, that is 41 equals C squared. And then don't forget, the very last step, we have to take the square root. And C is about, you type that in your calculator. So I'm going to get my calculator, square root of 41. So it is about 6.4. About 6.4. And that is the distance between the two ordered pairs. Again, we drew a right triangle, and then we used the Pythagorean theorem. Let me show you example 2. I have my two ordered pairs, so I'm going to create another right triangle. Does it have to always be this direction? No, you could make a right triangle going this way if you wanted. There's my right angle. I'm missing C. So my legs right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think this is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are my legs. 7 squared plus 5 squared equals C squared. 49 plus 25. I add those together and I get 74. And then when you take the square root of both sides, C equals about 8.6. And that would be the distance between my ordered pairs. All right, flip it over on the back. On the top, it says find the perimeter, underline perimeter, of the triangle formed by the vertices. So you need to plot these points, make sure you have all of the distances, and then find the perimeter. So for the first one, -3, -2, you plot them while I'm plotting them. You should have 3 dots, so you connect them to make a triangle. Now, this one I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 6, and this is 8. And now I can use the Pythagorean theorem for this one. 6 squared plus 8 squared equals C squared. But I know that this is going to be a Pythagorean triple because 6, 8, and 10 is a Pythagorean triple. But if you wanted to work it out, you would get 36 and 64. When you add them together, you would get 100. So C is equal to 10. But if you know your Pythagorean triple, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 is a multiple of that. So 6, 8, 10 is also a Pythagorean triple. So I knew once I got 6 and 8, I knew that had to be 10. But I'm not done. That is just the values of the 3 sides. I need to find the perimeter. And if you add these together, you get 24. So the perimeter is 24 for number 3. Number 4, same thing. Connect your dots to form a triangle. And then count across and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 7. I don't know Pythagorean triple of 6 and 7, so I'm going to have to use the Pythagorean Theorem. 36 plus 49. And that gives me, 6 plus 85. We have to take the square root, and C is about 9.2, I think. Square root of 85. 9.2, but that's not the perimeter. Now we have to add. This is 9.2, and then we add it to 6 and 7, and the perimeter is 22.2. So that's how you find the distance between 2 points, ordered pairs, especially when it's diagonal. Now, down here, plot the rectangle. If each unit represents 5 inches, what is the length of the diagonal of the rectangle? Round your answer to the nearest tenth. That means each unit is 5 inches. First, plot these points and draw your rectangle. Okay, so we have this rectangle. We have to find the diagonal. In order to find the diagonal, I'm going to use a different color. In order to find the diagonal, then you have to use the Pythagorean Theorem. This is 3. This is 4, and we know, hopefully you know, a Pythagorean triple is 3, 4, and 5, which means the diagonal is 5 units because it's a Pythagorean triple, 3, 4, and 5. It says each unit represents 5 inches. So if this is 5 units times 5 inches is 25 inches is the diagonal of this rectangle. 25 inches is the diagonal of that rectangle. You try number 6, press pause. You try number 6, and then when you're ready to see the answer, you can press play. First, you draw your rectangle. -2, 1, 4, 1, -2, -3, and 4, -3. Whoops. And then my diagonal. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. This side is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This side is 6. So we have 4, 6. 4 squared plus 6 squared. 16 plus 36. 52. And then I'm going to take the square root of 52. Whoops. About 7.2. And if this is 7.2 units, then we need to multiply it by 5 because each unit here represents 5 inches. And it's going to be 36 inches for the diagonal. The diagonal is 36 inches. So I hope you got that one right. And we will practice more finding the distance between ordered pairs.